He
I
wants to
ain't
get
gonna
rid
lie,
of
I do.
Breeze.
He ain't gonna like that team either. You can get a whole new team, and June's gonna find a problem with the fucking sunshine and a rainbow.
Hey, dumb. Hey, dumb. Fuck a rainbow. I only like green around here. So if they want to be if they want to be with the rainbow, then they need to be somewhere else. And the number 20 in the Raiders is Isaiah Polomoy. Is a safety. You sure you're talking about this safety?
If he's from Iowa State,
Yeah.
he's right.
No,
Hold on.
no. He's
Hold
from
on. I'm about to show
USC.
you the tweet. I'm gonna show you
He's
the
from
receipt. I
USC.
seen it
He's
on
not from
three
Iowa
tweets.
State.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter the school. I'll show you. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm about to pull it.
Wait a minute, his name is Troy Polomoy from USC, like Palomalu.
Yeah. Polomoy.
Hey, I'm seeing June as the co-host now.
All right, so there's June. Can you mute again? Because your speaker is crazy. I don't know if it's me or is it me?
No, it's all June's fault.
Yeah, it is June. It's the speaker.
Buck, I ain't shit. You ain't shit, Buck.
Right now, I got Rusty, Dom, Buckeye, Curtis, Jim, and Brad as a speaker.
Yeah, I see Buckeye as a speaker, but I don't see Dom, Curtis, Jim, or Brad.
Dom's here.
Petey, the space is all jacked up this morning, man.
Yeah,
I sent you that text. I don't know.
thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
But at least if everybody can still talk, I mean, I like to see who's speaking because I don't always recognize the voices, but
Correct.
it's all cool. Just as long as we can all participate.
Why does the Joe Brady name not circulate as much as Ben
I
Johnson?
did that too.
Because
I
Joe
think it
Brady's
will.
been,
I
I,
It's
really.
I
starting to get traction, though. I'm seeing it on the internet.
yeah, because he's been. I would think he's the hottest commodity right now.
I like Liam Cohen. I think
Yep.
Liam Cohen is just as good as Ben Johnson.
I do too.
He's,
Well, I do
I
too.
like him a lot.
I've heard a lot of people talking about him. I don't really have an issue as long as you bring in an offensive head coach. I'm fine with it.
Me too, Rusty. I need an offensive minded coach, head coach. I need it. I need that.
Where is Matt Nagy now?
He's with
He's
the
with the
Chiefs,
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Did Did Kirk post that free 20 thing yet?
not on the
Still
stage.
looking. I'm on top of a plane right now, so give me a second. Don't want to fall off and die.
That's a flaw. So of the offensive coordinators that are out there, or those that used to be offensive coordinators, who's available? Who would we want?
Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson,
Joe
first two.
Brady.
Joe
Wait.
Brady.
Can I ask a question? I mean, because no one who is
Matt Nagy.
who is Cincinnati's offensive coordinator?
I want nothing out of
Doesn't
Cincinnati.
Zach Taylor
I want
call?
nothing
Doesn't
out of
Zach Taylor
Cincinnati
call the
except for Joe
plays?
Burrow. That's the only thing I want out of
I mean,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's scoring points, even though they can't.
Yeah, they
They
got
can't
Joe
stop
Burrow, man.
anything.
That'll be so Jetsy if we get like Zach Taylor as that coach.
No, I would want to see that.
No, no one. He's going to lose his job.
Absolutely.
Dom, do you think there's still no chance Stefanski's gone?
I don't think he's ever gone.
I don't think he's gone. I think Stefanski's absolutely in. I was pretty confident that both Stefanski and Dayball would return. I'm a little less confident on Dayball, but I don't think Stefanski's going anywhere.
I think, again, conjecture, but I think Dable is long gone. That the locker room has just turned on him badly. I think it's going to be a minute before he gets another head coaching opportunity.
Would you want him offense?
Yes.
I would want him in my team in any fashion. I think he's
Yes.
great.
Yeah,
I think he's a good coach.
I would take him as my offensive coordinator
I
in a
take him
Yes.
as
second.
my head coach. I take him as my offensive coordinator. I think it's a good coach. I think he was given a raw deal because the GM did not build talent on that roster.
So Dom, if you bring in
I
a
can't
version
hear
of
you, Buckeye. The echo is terrible, dude. I don't know who it is.
it's true,
There we go. There we go.
if you bring in Dable as an OC, does that lessen the necessity for an offensive head coach? Like, are you fine with just best head coach doesn't matter, or you're anyway best head coach doesn't matter?
I mean, I think the the people would be much happier with a situation like that where you got a very good offensive coordinator like Gable. If you had a defensive coordinator or non-offensive mind head coach, I'd be fine. Listen, I still think my my two favorite are the young offensive minds. Well, the three favorite. I don't think Ben Johnson's a true option. I don't think he's going to come here. So I take him out of the equation. But I think Liam Cohen or Joan Brady are two guys that I like. I like Brian Flores. I don't think he'll get a job. Those are the three that I've kind of honed in on as my
I like it.
choices.
Yeah.
If I had to make choices.
Dom,
I
if good,
Flores,
Russ.
I really just wouldn't want because he's a defensive guy,
Yeah.
and from what I hear, he has a real hard time getting along with anybody.
Yeah, his first go around in Miami was a little rough. However, I think it ended ultimately because he didn't want to bow down to the owner and tank. But again, that's just me. I don't think he'd get the job anyway because he's actually suing the NFL. He's suing some of the owners, so I don't think anybody's going to give him a job. However, I would be open to it. I'd be open to a lot of guys. I just personally don't want a first-time head coach who's a defensive coordinator. So that rules out Aaron Glenn for me. But that's just me.
So if Miami
No, I
fires
agree.
Greer, does that
No, I think you.
release McDaniel too? Like, does the next GM?
They just extended McDaniel, so I thought that might be the case, but I didn't know that they just extended McDaniel. It's a shitty situation over there. Ideally, you want to cut bait with both your GM and your head coach at the same time. So who knows?
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Dom,
We'll see what happens. Yes.
by the way, I saw you on Jets Talk 24/7 last night. Good job.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah, we talk draft every Monday night. Even though yesterday was a little bit more
Office, what's
about
going on?
Jets than draft.
Dom, is Quinn yours going to go back?
There's a possibility. From what I understand, both Michigan and Michigan State have big time offers to him. So
And Michigan just landed a tremendous quarterback. But what is that next year or is that the year after?
I'm not the kid that they flipped from LSU.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought Emerson said it was for next year.
I'm not sure.
Colorado and Michigan got the prize QBs, but college is so wild that could switch again. The decommits, because it's still not decommits. Like, decommits are still happening, and it
Office,
can
what's
happen
up?
right till what, January?
Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like. I don't know, man. I'm maybe I'm a little bit too old school, but like you verbally commit to something, commit to it. You know what I mean?
But I'll be honest, Tom, that's where, and again, moral and ethics were not his thing, but that's where Urban made his hay. He got so many kids to decommit and bring them to Ohio State. That was his thing.
Oh yeah.
Somebody hearing an echo?
Yep, I am. It's awful.
Trade June for a conditional sixth. Get rid of that echo.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Petey. Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Dom, if you're sitting at 9 or 8 or whatever we are, you would not, and again, he hasn't even declared, but you wouldn't take Milrow at that position and just let him sit for a year, or you would?
I would not. And I happen with Milrow. But I probably would not. I think I don't know if there's there's going to be a lot of questions on who quarterback 3 is in this draft. For me, it's always been Milrow. It was very close between Milrow and Aller in terms of my grades. So, you could say 3A and 3B, but I would not take Milrow in the top 10. And if it wasn't this draft, I don't know if I would take Shador or Cam Moore in the top 10 either, for a little reference.
Yeah, no, I've heard you say that, and I tend to agree with you.
I like them. Don't get me wrong. I think they'll be. They're I think the only 2 quarterbacks that I think are ready to play. I just don't know at what quality that play gets you. You know what I mean?
Given this draft is kind of weak, what's the highest you'd reach up for Tyler Warren?
It's a good question, and I'll preface it by saying this is that this is probably the best tight end class that we've seen in 10 years. You're going to find, a dozen tight ends off the board before day 2's over. I really think that. So, I don't know if I would reach up too high. Maybe 15, 16, maybe top half, at the end of the top half of the first round. I don't think you need to, though. I really don't. I think you can pick up other. Put it this way. I was having this discussion last night. I think that I would reach for either Tedoroa McMillan, Emeka Ibuka, or Luther Burden much higher than anyone in this class because